Well, all I gotta say is beam me up, Scotty, 'cause there ain't no intelligent life down here. Until you get this knife. Then all of a sudden, you feel pretty dang smart. 'Cause I'll tell you what, I, I like this knife so much, I bought it. I think this is the fourth time I've bought it. In previous years, when like your central air system goes out and you got to replace it or something, you all of a sudden find yourself selling some of your most beloved knives for some ungodly reason because you didn't have that much money in your bank account to fix things. In any case, it's like money in the bank, baby. It's like money in the bank. That's what I say when I get these and my wife shakes her head. It's like, hey, if things turn that bad, you can always sell them off. Ain't like those little trinkets that women buy and put around the house. Those things are on garage sale in 3 years for a nickel on the dollar. These are good. This one is a Knifeworks exclusive Benchmade Contego 810 axis lock M390 blade, satin, not coated, Osborne design. Need we say more? I mean, really? Need we? No, not really. Wow. I'll tell you what, geez, if this ain't my favorite knife of all time as far as a carry knife, I mean, I'm not talking art knife or whatever. I'm just saying a carry knife. If it's not my all-time top favorite, it's in the top 5. Because there's not much wrong with this knife, if anything, that I can think of. First of all, do I like the color blue? Yeah, I do. And so this is a Knifeworks exclusive with M390. Because, you know, the standard one, crap, let me show you this. Okay, the standard one is either this Contego, which is, this is that clear Cerakote deal, and then they have the whole black blade. So, you know, yeah, you got this machine G10, but it's black. And then, of course, you got a little glass breaker on the end. And you can read that, and here's the specs, blah, blah, blah. So they'd be the same on this knife down there as this knife here. So it's 9¼ inches overall. It's basically a 4-inch blade. This one is M4. That one is M390. I like that M better than this M. Flat grind. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so. Oh. Just in case you want to get the rest of the specs in, so you can pause and read. Stainless, weights, almost 6 ounces. Right hand, left hand, tip up. Ambidextrous thumb studs. And yes. So, this is much better. I mean, this is much better. Thank you, Knifeworks, for doing this. And I called them. Okay, I got this knife in 2 days. 2 freaking days. And they're in Louisiana. I'm in Arizona. They shipped it out, and the next day I didn't get it, but the day after that I got it. So that was quick, real quick. I called them because I was going to ask them something that you're not supposed to ask them. Or at least I thought you weren't supposed to ask them, because when I got the first one of these like a year or so ago, I think they said, okay, this is black and blue G10. It's layered and it gets machined. And so when that happens, they come out in different patterns. And some are, hold on, let me see if I got a picture that I can kind of show you. Well, that ain't gonna help. Okay, so look at the pattern on that. There's black down the center and blue on the edges. This is blue down the center and black on the edges. And they can be any degree of shading in between. They can be almost completely black with just a little bit of blue. They can be completely blue with just a little bit of black. They could be all black. They could be all blue. I don't know. Because they machine these, so it gives an interesting pattern. But what I told them is I really wanted more blue than black. And they were like, when they first came out, they were like, we really don't want to open all the boxes and sort through them to try and find you your little preference. You just take what you take. I mean, you get what you get. It might be mostly black. It might be mostly blue. And I'm sorry I'm carrying on, but I'm trying to get to a point here. So I called them on the phone instead of just putting my order in through the net at Knifeworks. And I said, I know I'm a bad boy for asking, but... And you know what? She was super nice. And she goes, you know what? We've had that request so many times that we have actually gone through knives and put a pile of mostly blue, a pile of mostly black. So let me go back and see if we got those separations, if we've still got some separated out. And she came back and said, yeah. So I said, I want mostly blue. And she goes, okay. So here, if you ever get one of these, she said, yeah, you can call and ask, or when you go and order it, there's a little note area in your order thing, and you can write in that, you can type in there, obviously, that you want mostly blue. And so you can do it that way too, which I didn't know about. And I didn't know that they would even give you that option. So they're super great. And they've got these Knifeworks exclusives. Not just this, but a bunch of different Benchmades and other brands that they do. Spyderco, military that looked like it was green with I can't remember, some exotic steel blade. And they're going to have a military that's carbon fiber with some, they've got a bunch of different ones. They're Knifeworks exclusives. Their site is a little difficult to kind of navigate because there's not much description. I mean, here's the knife. Here's the description when you click on this, right? So check that out. M390, 3.9 inch. And that's it. That's the description. 3.9, M390, stainless blade, plain edge. That's it. You want to personalize it? It's $180. Okay. Should have got mine around Christmas, but I was broke because they had them on sale for $159, which is a screaming deal. So, there's it. That's it. They're more concerned about engraving the thing for you than to tell you much more about it. So you kind of got to go to, Blade HQ, and at least they'll give you the rundown. What are they selling theirs for? Really? That's more, I'm sorry, that's just not a deal. That's not a deal. This is a deal. They want $195. This is $180, $179. Shit. All day long. But this does not have the glass breaker. That was one thing that was pointed out by one of the people that left feedback that he thought might make it the most complete, awesomest knife. And I kind of agree that wouldn't have been bad to leave that, but they didn't. And so, you know what? I'm not going to do any deducts because of that as far as my love for this knife, because this knife is so great. Well, here's the deal. First of all, you got a 4-inch blade, 9¼ overall. So it's a big knife. But you know what? That's not a bad thing. Not for me. I like carrying a bigger knife. If you don't like carrying a 4-inch blade, then this is not your knife. If you don't like this design, this Osborne design, then this is not your knife. But this is my knife because I love this. I mean, they're calling this a reverse Tonto. I call it a modified sheep's point. I don't know, but sheep's foot. Okay, whatever. In a way, though, it's got that buoy blade grind up here, but then it ends up in a different configuration out here. But look at this. Check this out. That's some thick stock right there, my friend, up here. So potentially, can you do some piercing? Yeah, that's sharp there. Yes. It's not really designed for optimal piercing, though, stabbing type thing. But wow, what a belly on that blade. Very usable. Very usable. Here's the other thing that's really good about this knife. Ambidextrous thumb studs. Right hand, left hand. I don't even want to say the name. Well, Sabenza. I got a Sabenza once, and it just had thumb stud on one side. It was an option to get both, and it was like, what? Seemed weird. But I've seen more other knives that just have them on one side. You know? No, I'm not turning that, actually. Backspacer. Steel. This is nice, shiny. I like the nice, shiny satin. I don't need coated black. Every time the coating comes off, it makes it really look like crap. And I don't need a non-reflective surface. I like having reflective surfaces. That's fine with me. Okay, so we've got ambidextrous thumb studs. We've got pretty thick blade stock and a very usable grind. I don't know if I'd call this a flat grind completely, but it's mostly ambidextrous. And this is too, the axis lock. So you got that. And that's, easy to either in or out, however you want to do that, right? It's beautiful. That's ambidextrous. And if you're left-handed, you can change the pocket clip over. It's tip up only, but it's right or left-handed tip up. And it's very nice. This pocket clip works great. Goes in and out of the pocket. No catching here or there. No problems. That's a great pocket clip. It really is. I love this Osborne design. Now you've got texturing here. I mean, this is tough stuff up here and down here. So you got grip. Can we talk about grip? Let's talk about grip. I mean, this is the grip. Benchmade makes a knife called the Griptillion, but this is the true grip. This came from the world of grip. It is the leader of grip. You put your hand on here and you hold on to it and it's going to hold on to you. Look at the jimping. How many times have I done a review on a knife where the jimping, actually, there's jimping up here, but it's actually equal at the level of the scale or below the level of the scale to where you got to push the meat of your finger in there to come in contact with the jimping. Not here, my friend. Not here. It's above grade, and it's coming to get you. So is this. Okay? But how about, oh yeah, here, here, here. I mean, that's just Jimp City. But I'm telling you, if you want to hold on to a knife, I mean, you just grab this really hard in your hand, and it kind of bites you back saying, yeah, buddy, you got me, I got you. And that is really great. I mean, if you got gloves on, if you're going to do something with this knife pretty aggressive for hours on end, you might want to wear a glove. Because I think that is aggressive enough, it might wear on you. I mean, like make you sore type wear on you. But I mean, it's the real business. It's not joking around. This is no, safe queen necessarily, although in my world, I love it. I mean, I'm just, But wow, that has got grip. Now, it's not like ragged, sharp type, but they are aggressive, okay? I mean, they're deburred or they're, rounded, but they're still there to say hello. And I think that's just great. I mean, it feels good. It feels like it's got you and you got it. But when you really put some pressure on that baby and you got real estate, I mean, for big hands, I mean, I still got that much hanging out. And you see where this is? It's right there. It's making contact. So is this. So is this. So is this. Right in here, you know? I mean, every place you put a finger or the palm, you got contact with this knife. I know I'm going on and on. Sorry about that. Hold on. Well, let's get some basics out here. But I already told you it's a 4-inch blade. And I'll tell you what, in my world, that's 4 inches right there. Even to the furthest forward point of the scale, that's 4 inches, which is 10 centimeters all day long. 9 1/4, just like they told you on the specs, 23.5 centimeters. It's a good sized knife, folks. Yes, it is. I don't know if we can do this way. Yeah, we can. We barely got her on there. So 5.35, 5.4. I mean, that's as far as this will go. So yeah, yeah, might actually be wider than that. It's hard to say. Let's get these up here. Yeah, well, 0.53, 13.6 millimeters. Now, blade stock, which looks pretty good. That looks pretty thick. 0.156, 4 millimeters. Yeah. So 4 millimeter thick blade stock. That's good blade stock right there. M390 steel. Wow. I love it. Will it cut paper? Oh, baby. Just lean on it a little bit. It's great. It's really sharp right out of the box. I mean, read the reviews on Knifeworks. I mean, I don't know that I printed any out for you to look at, and no, I didn't. But in any case, I was looking to see. Rave reviews. Everybody loves this knife. I saw one guy trash it. He said, "Oh, it was gritty. It wasn't centered, and this axis lock was moving from side to side. He hates Benchmade. They suck." And I don't know if he was planted, by another knife company or what. But if you have those issues with this knife when you get it, you can call Benchmade. They're real people. And I've had them work on a knife, and I mean, they are great. I mean, their customer service is next to none. You send it to them, bing, bang, boom, they're going to make it right and get it right back to you. Absolutely. So this is aces up all the way. I mean, I don't know, but there's no play on this. And, well, I mean, the nature of the axis lock, you move the blade, see, I mean, you can do that, but I mean, whatever. This is not perfectly centered. You can see that's just a hair off. But, there's daylight through both sides of there, and there's barely room for daylight between the scale and the blade. It takes it all up. It's just a tad off, and you know what? Nah, not enough to worry about. That's for sure. Love this knife. It's so easy to open and close. It feels so good in the hand. Grip out the wazoo. I just, tell me. I mean, unless you want a smaller knife. I think it's about 6 ounces is what it weighs, so we'll find that out. Unless you have to have and there's times I'm gonna carry a smaller knife, of course. I mean, you're not always wearing your heavy-duty jeans or work pants or something like that. 5.6 ounces. So yeah, you may want 159 grams. That's not that. I mean, I've seen a lot of knives, 180 to 200 to something, grams. So that's not bad. 5.6 ounces. That's reasonable. I think maybe 6 ounces on the one on Blade HQ is because they had the glass breaker on there, so that increased a little bit as far as the weight goes. So, I mean, if you want a lighter, smaller knife, and this is kind of an example of one, my little CH knife. So, but, I mean, this actually has a 3.5-inch blade. But look at how much bigger this thing is. Just overall length. I'm not doing pivot to pivot here, but see? I mean, that's just, wow. Now I'm doing pivot to pivot. Pretty much. Okay? So, yeah. And bigger, taller blade. Thicker blade stock. But this is much lighter. I mean, this is like under 4 ounces. This is like 3.5 if it's that. So yeah, this is a light carry knife. And this is kind of big for some people under some circumstances to carry. So there are even smaller, lighter knives if you want. That's fine. I guess, you know, can a knife be your number one knife if it's not all things to all people? Yeah, it can for you. And there it is. I love the blue, but the G10, I mean, it doesn't need to be a titanium frame lock flipper. Okay? No, it doesn't. This is great. This is great action. This is so easy in the hands. Yet the grip is incredible. The thumb studs are easy to open and close with the thumb stud, I mean the blade. And look at the design. There are some knives where the back of the blade is exposed. You know, it's like, what was that all about? Wonder if I got one over here. I'm talking your brain off. See, look at that. There's the back of the blade. Kind of breaks the design a little bit. You got this gap in here. That happens a lot on these cold steels. I mean, there's a reason for that, but it's kind of a little bit of a break in the design. Look at this. Right up the slope, no breaks, no exposed, you know. Now here, yeah. But I mean, as you look from the side, it's a complete flow to this design. It's attractive in that way. I mean, I don't know, but this is one of the most complete knives I've ever handled as far as beauty and opening, closing, awesome blade steel, obviously, attractive looks, and like I was saying before, you know, you get a titanium knife, snail trails, I mean, anything it comes in contact with is going to leave a mark. So those are kind of ones you want to carry with the knowledge that they can get marked up real easy. This is a grab and go. I mean, this can be your everyday buddy because this is not going to mark up easy. This G10 is tough stuff. And so, you know, if it fell out of your pocket onto the ground or whatever, that's not a problem. It's not going to mark up. It's just not. And it's rough and tough, but it's good looking too. So, I don't know. I'm not Vince from ShamWow. I'm not trying to sell you this knife necessarily. I'm just telling you what I think of it. I really like this knife a lot. I was going to say I love them knives. But I do. Oh, well, here's the box it came in. Black class. I'll tell you what, it's gold class to me, baby. It really is. Comes in this box. And of course, they always slide this little access lock dealie under the pocket clip. Bingo. And you got the paperwork in there. Right? And of course, they give you the microfiber pouch, which is very classy. But, you know, black class, really? I mean, yeah, it's good. It's really good. I really like it. It's an exclusive to Knifeworks. And I said, how many you got left? I mean, I thought you guys would be sold out by, 2016. I kept thinking I saw these in 2015. They've been out for a while. In any case, she said, we got a bunch. We've got a bunch of these. So, fear not, my friends. Do not pay $195 for the standard coated M4. Well, unless you like that. I mean, I don't like the all black, and I definitely am not a big on Cerakoted blades when they don't need to be. I mean, the M4, yeah. They're saying, yeah, you might want to have that coated because that's subject to rust. This one, not so much. Yeah. Great blade edge retention. Great corrosion resistance. Easy in the hand. Under 6 ounces. Big, long, 9.5-inch. Ambidextrous, both in carry, in axis, in the thumb studs, everything. So you lefties, you're looking for a great knife, all day long. All day long. That's all I got to say. You can buy them books, and you can buy them books. There's one that I've bought. This is my 4th time. This is it. I'm not letting go of this knife. This is staying in my collection. If I have to sell knives, other things are going to go. This is staying. And the day these become sold out and not available anymore at Knifeworks, that's a sad day, my friend. That's a sad day. The only thing better than this is this for $159. But, you know, and I know $179 is some money. But just think, what is out there for $179 that's this large, that's this easy with M390, with a company like Benchmade standing behind it, this beautiful design. I'm trying to think, because a lot of M390 stuff is well over $200. So this is not bad for that. And really everything about it just makes me happy. It's just so good. This is the knife that I would grab and put in my pocket 9 times out of 10 if I'm going out the door, I'm headed somewhere. Because this is just, will help you out in so many different ways. Big blade, but not that heavy. Very durable, doesn't scratch up. I mean, it's just, wow. Okay, enough said. Thank you very much for hanging around and listening to me babble. But, you know, I just can't say enough good things about this knife. I really can't. I'll put the link to Knifeworks in my description area. And take a look yourself. They don't get fancy with a whole lot of descriptions or anything. But you can also see their other Knifeworks exclusive knives. They've got some interesting stuff in there. Some that I might have to check out. All right. I'm leaving you to it. Because we love them knives. Yes, we do.